Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of First Pitch Strike. My name is Aaron. If you have not joined us before,
I'm Ethan. You should know me. I'm just kidding. Nobody knows me. I just stay in my house, to be honest.
and we have a special guest with us, Mr.
Bob Sidey, Cub fan extraordinaire.
There you go. Actually,
Who is very heartbroken right now.
very
Well,
heartbroken.
not yet.
We'll get there. We'll get there. He's actually more of a Chicago sports fan.
Well, yeah, that too.
I mean, I'm sure I could call you any day and say
The Bears?
how
No.
how you feeling about the Bears? Oh, he's a Bears fan.
Oh,
No,
I'm
I'm a
sorry.
Ravens fan.
Dude, come on, man. Get off the bandwagons.
I'm not. I've been a Ravens fan since they drafted Ray Lewis, which was a Cleveland
That's
Brown back in the day.
acceptable.
I was gonna say, wasn't he with Cleveland?
Yeah. In his first practice, he got carted off on a stretcher.
Okay, I'll give you a break then.
Okay, thank you.
So you weren't really a Ravens fan; you were a Ray Lewis fan.
Right.
Hey,
So-
Ray Lewis, that's not a bad choice.
No, not a bad choice. Not a bad choice. So the reason we have three is because, as the title of the show states, we're talking some contracts and some Cubbies. And, well, as he said, he's a Cubs fan extraordinaire. Now, I did tease to you guys while we were waiting to get online and in studio before we went live. I did try to get a fourth individual on. And if you're from Cheyenne and you've ever met this individual, you would know that he is also a huge Cubs fan and likes to talk baseball and likes to talk, well, sports in general. Used to be the voice of the Cowboys, Mr. Reese Monaco. So, Ethan, he used to be one of your coaches, and I'm sure you know he is a huge Cubs fan.
I kind of forgot. I was thinking Monaco, but then the Morris and the Cardinals came up and it got entwined in my head and I forgot which one was which.
I respect that. I do respect that. So we're going to have him on another episode in the very near future because I'm sure there's some off-season hot stove stuff that he could probably talk about as well. But it's just the three of us. So here we go. I'm going to start the show. Bob, you referenced that. Mr. Arenado said, no, not going to Houston. What's the driving force behind that, Bob?
Well, I'm sure it's money, but he's kind of burning his bridges with the Cardinals. I mean, they don't have to trade him. They could just keep him on the payroll and see what happens, but I'm not sure they want to do that.
Well, they kind of said they were done with him at the beginning of the offseason. Actually, I think the first rumblings I heard of it was towards the end of last season.
Right.
He's gone 2 years with no Gold Glove, so.
Yeah. Well, so when I was on one of the local sports shows here in Cheyenne, we actually discussed that. And Ethan, do you think we're seeing the end of his career?
He might be close. He's getting older.
How long do you think he's been in the pros?
12 years, 11 years.
Yeah. So he's ending his. I personally think we are seeing the end of his career.
Well, it's just look at how hard it is to play third base in general. He made it look easy when he was in his prime. He's now coming out of his prime, and it's kind of showing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know how you feel, Bob, but when he left Colorado, his hitting definitely declined.
Well,
Oh, absolutely.
He could still hit, but it wasn't anywhere near his Colorado numbers.
Right.
So I think we're seeing the end of his career. And I laugh. Ethan, I'm pretty sure you would agree with me. Anybody that says no to the Astros suddenly becomes one of my top 5 favorites for the season coming up.
We're friends. We can be friends.
Just me. Boy, Houston Twitter lost it when they found out that he said no to them, which I thought was pretty funny as well. But that's just me. I don't know why. Actually, I do know why, because we have had a Houston fan on the podcast to open the season, and subsequently, because I follow her both on my personal X and on the podcast X account. Man, I see a lot of Houston stuff because of that, which, I don't care. It helps me see how the other side is thinking, since I'm a Seattle fan. I don't know. Bob, do you do that with any of your?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yep. I even followed the Cardinal guy that you had on beginning of the year.
Mac is cool.
He is.
I will say Mac is really cool. I like him.
And
sure
he gives insightful stuff. So he's a true fan.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. And he's objection. He has his head in the right place. He doesn't, kind of like some of the Boston writers that I see writing stupid articles for Fansided. Hey, cool. I know what Fansided does. They're slanted towards the fan and they give the fan a voice. But man, some of those Boston fans are just completely not smart at all. Just here, let's trade 3 minor leaguers for Luis Castillo. What? No. I like the fact they're thinking, but Mac doesn't do that. Mac will tell you like it is. Ownership sucks. They're tanking the season.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Not the.
Which is okay though. The Cardinals can tank for years. That'd be fine.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be opposed to it.
Right.
Just me. The light I have to my right is having issues, causing me more issues than I usually have. No, well. Since we have a football game and a hockey game, I'm going to go a little faster than normal. Just me. But, Ethan, how do you feel on Soto's contract?
Oh, why would you ask me, dude? Why do I have to be the first to go?
Because I'm kind of the ring master here.
Well, first off, have you ever seen Juan Soto get up on a mound and throw a baseball?
No.
So why does he get more than Shohei Ohtani? Second, did Juan Soto hit 50 home runs this year? Did he steal 50 bases this year? Did he do anything remotely close to what Shohei Ohtani did? Look. I'm not. I like Shohei Ohtani. He's the best player in the game right now. Mike Trout used to be the best player in the game, but he kept getting injured. So Shohei Ohtani came in and said, "You ready for this, boys? Watch this. I can do both better than everybody." If you put Shohei Ohtani in his different league, he's still going to make $700+ million. You put Juan Soto in Shohei Ohtani's league up there with just Shohei Ohtani, he's not going to compete.
No.
If you put Shohei Ohtani versus Juan Soto, 10 at-bats out of 10 at-bats, I guarantee Juan Soto might get 2 hits.
Ooh. Oh, okay. As facing Ohtani.
Huh?
Facing Ohtani?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I can
Juan
see
Soto
that.
will maybe get 3 hits if you give him 10 pitches, which is still batting 300.
Yes.
But he's only going to get 3 hits out of 10.
That's fair.
Which, in my eyes, is like, okay, prove you got to hit at least 70%. Am I asking too much? Because you're making $765 million. You got to at least make something better than 50, right?
You got to elevate. And the question I have Are the Yankees really going to put him in the field, or is he just going to hit, Bob?
Who? Soto?
Yeah.
Well, I would think they'll put him in the field. I mean, that's an awful expensive DH.
I mean, not the Yankees, the Mets.
Yeah, I would think so.
I mean, don't you have better options in right field? I'm not going to say Brandon Nimmo, but don't you have better options in right field?
I keep Nimmo in left or center.
I agree. Even though he could play all three, but yeah. You could put almost anybody out there. Watching some of those routes that Soto takes, hey.
He looks like a little leaguer playing in a Little League World Series. I hate to say it, but that's what it looks like to me. At least what his defense looks like, anyways.
Yeah, he makes a routine an adventure.
He does.
He does.
You can't deny it. You can't. Okay, so Ethan, you said this to me. I said it in the interview last week. I think I'll say it again because I agree with you. Soto is good.
Let me say this. I got it. Let me say it. I want to finish it because I got some more to say on top of that. I know.
Okay, go for it. Go for it.
Soto's good. He's worth probably, I'd say, 520, 530 max.
Okay.
Because first off, you're not going to ever see Juan Soto get on a mound unless if they're up by 15 or down by 15. That's the way that works, okay?
Okay.
Second, I don't see Juan Soto hitting 50 home runs plus. I don't see that. And you haven't seen him steal 35, 40 bases in a season.
Okay.
So why are you going to pay him all this extra money for him to just be, I hate to say it, but mediocre?
Okay.
To me, he's got to prove he's worth $765 million.
I fully support he has to prove it. Yes.
He's got to do something other than make it into the playoffs. Granted, he's won a World Series already.
Mm-hmm.
Which is cool. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong. He's good. He's really good at baseball. That's why he's in the spot he's in now, but he's not worth $765 million.
So that's absolutely where I was going.
Almost $1 billion.
Yes. And where I was going with that was he's good. He's really, really good. He deserves it. At the 520, 550 mark. Because he's good. He's not a generational player.
No.
And Ohtani is a generational player. My thoughts, I could be wrong, but I agreed with you. I did.
Answer this. Who else do you see putting up numbers like Shohei? Who else does that?
Home runs? Aaron Judge.
Besides Aaron Judge. He's 6'7" and could he's 6'7" and could probably go fight DK Metcalf and win. I don't know. He's 6'7" though. Probably tackle Derrick Henry. Maybe. Give him a shot. I don't know.
Ohtani's a 5-tool player though. You know, he doesn't only hit for power, he hits for high average, runs well.
Too. Have you seen some of the pitches that he hits?
Oh yeah. I think he has a cork bat though, but that's just me.
It's gonna be one of them. They do something different in Japan with those bats. So he brought a boxes over with him. He said, "I'm not using American bats. I'm using Japanese bats." They probably use like rubber bands or something and then harden them, but still make them bouncy at some time. I don't know.
It's probably made out of bamboo.
Ooh.
Either that or you just shove bouncy balls in the barrel.
Actually, bamboo bats are a thing.
Yes.
Yeah, but they're kind of stuck with pop.
So here's some numbers for you guys. with Juan Soto. He has led the league in walks 3 times, and he averages nearly 100 walks per season, including the 129 walks this past year. That's pretty good. He has never, ever stolen more than 12 bases in a year. Um, the last couple years, yeah, he's driven in runs. He did hit 41 home runs this past season.
Still not
He did,
50.
but not 50. He led the league in runs at 128. But, well, when you hit in front of Aaron Judge, of course you're going to lead the league. He 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times have garnered MVP votes, finishing no higher than, or finishing at his highest of 3. 1, 2, 3, 4 Silver Slug, 5 Silver Sluggers, 1, 2, 3, 4 All-Star Game appearances. So he deserves money, but I don't know. Am I wrong? Is Ethan wrong? Not that much money. Just me.
In my opinion, I don't think anybody deserves $800 million. I don't think anybody deserves it. You know who deserves it? You know who deserves $800 million? The first responders.
Yeah. Okay.
Everybody that helps out. Give it to the Air Force, the Army, the Navy, the who else? Keep it going.
Coast Guard.
Coast Guard. Yeah, there you go. Share
Space
it.
Force. I like Bob's idea. Space Force.
Yeah.
There you go. Yep, perfect. Deep sea divers. Go explore our underwater sharks, the scary infested waters. I don't know, but give them $800 million. And yeah, I don't know.
Okay. So let's hop over to a different contract.
Split it up.
One from last year, which I know Bob and I talked at length about, but this year they're pulling the same freaking thing. Those stupid Dodgers deferring money, this time with Blake Snell. Seriously? I mean, what? First of all, kudos to them for being creative. Not gonna yay them. Pisses me off, but yay them. Bob, can they really afford to do more?
Well, today they can. They're really mortgaging the future. I mean, long after Otani's done, he's going to become the next Bobby Bonilla. You know, they're going to pay him $70 million or $69 million for 10 years.
Yeah.
Well, and now you add Snell's contract on that. Creatively, great for today, but what are they going to be like in 5 years? You know, there's no guarantee Otani is going to be able to stay healthy on the mound. Hitting wise, super. But you didn't pay him to be a hitter only.
Right.
So
right.
It's bad. It's actually bad for baseball that you're allowing that to happen.
Yes. Well, and so I looked at some numbers. I saw some numbers. Ticket sales for the Dodgers are just ridiculous, and they lead the league by millions in ticket sales.
Well, when you have an all-star lineup that can literally play in the all-star game by themselves,
yeah.
Why wouldn't you want to go watch that? I would.
Yeah. But they're also getting They're also getting ticket or not just the ticket sale revenue, but they're getting concession revenue. They're getting parking revenue. Their merchandise sales. Come on. I mean, it's the Dodgers. Everybody buys Dodger stuff. Girls that don't watch baseball are buying Dodger stuff. Why? Because it's in fashion.
Otani.
That's what they do. So they can afford to mortgage the future, because in the future, it's not going to matter, because they'll just have more money from everything else that they're making money off of, not just the ticket sales. And Bob, I'd say you're right. It is bad for baseball. Does MLB address this at the next negotiation period?
Well, I think it's hard for them to do that, though, when you see what Soto just signed for. the owners complain there's no money, and the players are getting huge contracts. So, I mean, I don't know how you're going to address it unless you put a hard salary cap in starting sometime. And I don't know what that number would be. Is it 125 million, 150 million per year per team?
I think, yeah, it is 150 million, which they have to hit at least once every 3 years, which I thought was interesting because you look at the Athletics and they've done 2 years where they've not hit that $150 million team budget. So, how that's to me, that's how they afforded getting, I'm looking for his name, getting Luis
Severino?
Severino, because they're trying to get to the 150 million so they aren't getting penalized and investigated by the players union. He just wanted to get out of Oakland. That's all that was. Yeah, Seattle says, well, we shouldn't raise the budget because we got to keep our money, we got to keep our profits, blah, blah. Dude, you are the highest grossing team in MLB in 23. What are you doing with the money besides lining your pocket? I mean, shoot, Cleveland, same thing, yet they made the playoffs. Bad example. But Cleveland, their budget was even lower as a team. And I don't think they were even at 100 million as a team. So, yeah, you can't technically address the payments, but do you address the deferrals? I think they should. Mm-hmm. Because that's the precedent you set. You got to change the precedent.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you don't change that precedent, you're going to get teams like the Yankees, Mets, and Dodgers continually doing that. Right. Padres, Rangers. Rangers won't do that. But the Astros could.
Phillies.
The Astros could.
The Phillies.
Yeah, they could. And Atlanta. Atlanta could too.
If Ronald Acuna doesn't get injured.
Again. So there's let me rephrase that. I don't know that they will, but man, I'd love it if they do. Just me. Who am I? What do I do for a living? Work in the medical field.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
No, nothing. But I mean, some people say, well, you're not in baseball full time. I got a studio here that I have to have.
There's this thing, it's called an opinion.
Yes.
Sorry.
What opinion?
What's that?
Neither of it. Nobody here has an opinion on baseball, do we?
No. No.
Not allowed.
Yeah. So with the Yankees losing Soto, the Cubs, Bob, I'm sure you have some thoughts on them getting Kyle Tucker, which I laugh because it's the Astros shuttling people out. But add to that the deal that they just made. And Ethan, you suggested the Cubs be the Don't Be Stupid award winner. Bob, are you in agreement with that?
Oh, absolutely. You got rid of Bellinger, who, granted, his best days may be behind him too. But you gave him away, and all you got in return was $5 million and some retread.
No, I thought they gave $5 million to the Yankees.
No. Yeah, but the Yankees gave him back $5 million in cash.
You're not going to sign anybody with $5 million.
Well, you could.
I'll take the $5 million cash if nobody wants it.
Yeah, it could be Ethan's signing bonus.
There you go.
Yeah. I just thought they could have got more for him. I mean, he's an all-star, still plays decent defense, hits okay. I mean, his numbers were slumped last year, of course, but
right.
Seriously, $5 million all you get back for him? Come on.
It's better than what the Rockies did.
The Kyle Tucker trade though is only good if they re-sign him.
Yeah, they have to re-sign him for more than this year.
Yeah. Otherwise, I mean, why would you rent a player? Granted, the division is a toss-up, but you mortgaged one of the better young players in Cam Smith. He could be a perennial all-star if he develops. He had an outstanding college career. He looked really good last year down in single A for the Cubs. I understand it's single A. There's a difference between that and the majors, but he still has potential.
And you still got to be able to do something when you're down there.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what people said about Paul Skeens, and look what he did. I don't know. Paul Skeens might not be able to compete at that level. Excuse me? I told you to get up.
Okay, so what position does the guy that you guys gave up to Houston, what position is he?
Smith? He's an outfielder.
Okay. So Julio Rodriguez made the jump from Double-A to majors. There's an example. A lot of your pitchers that are on any roster and in any organization, most of your pitchers that are in the top 10 of your minor league system are all stashed at Double-A.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think that's a bad thing to have a good season at Single-A.
No. Well, the worst part about this, though, is they haven't addressed the one glaring need that the Cubs have. You have no closer. Your bullpen's in shambles. There's rumors now that the Cubs are talking about trading Owen Casey for a pitcher. Okay, well, is he going to be a closer? Because if you're going to trade him to the Mariners for Luis Castillo, which is one of the rumors, what does that? Oh, that gives you 3 quality starting pitchers. Okay, well then they better pitch 9 innings because your bullpen sucks. Come on.
Why did I know you were going to bring up Luis Castillo? Just because every team is talking about him right now?
The Mariners' time is now. You better not waste Julio. And they've got that young core of pitchers led by George Kirby. The time for them to shine is now.
Logan Gilbert.
Yeah, Kirby's more shiftier than Gilbert.
Gilbert's a southpaw, though.
Yeah, see, he's got that going against him, too.
Hey!
I'm kidding.
Lefties rule the world, man.
Logan Gilbert's a righty, guys.
Is he?
Yeah.
Why did I think he was? Who's the lefty? Oh, Bryce Miller is the lefty.
There you go.
Sorry.
And he could be good, too.
Yeah.
Long term, you know.
Yes. And actually, I wouldn't be surprised if at the beginning of the year, if Castillo is still in Seattle, I would not be surprised if he is actually number 4 in the rotation.
Mm-hmm.
Behind Miller, Kirby, and Gilbert.
You got gas, and then you could go a little bit of gas with a nasty slider.
Exactly. And then you have Brian Wu, who it's like he changes fastballs every single pitch.
Well, yeah, he's from Japan.
Brian Wu?
Where is Brian Wu from?
He grew up in the Bay Area. He did. I promise.
Just the looks, I guess. Never judge a book by its cover. I'm sorry.
Oh, boy. Yeah, he went to Alameda High School in Oakland, California.
It's a book by its cover. I'm sorry. Sorry.
It's okay. That's okay. Yeah, so Cubs get the Don't Be Stupid award. I mean, Kyle Tucker came out the other day. I don't remember if you saw it, if it was yesterday or even Monday or Tuesday, what day of the week it was. But he said the Cubs are good enough. They can go as far as they want. So with the roster they have, outside, everybody needs bullpen help. Can we agree on that?
Yeah, but
How
the Cubs really need bullpen help.
was it really that bad last year?
Well, they led the league in blown saves.
No, I thought Seattle did.
Well, I don't know. The Cubs were in the 30s.
No, I believe you. That's just the Seattle fan in me saying that. Because every time I turned around, they had a lead, and here comes the ninth inning. Actually, oh no, Colorado was up there too, weren't they? Because if they had the lead in the ninth inning, it was almost guaranteed that their opponent was going to win.
Unless if you're playing the Atlanta Braves and are down by 7-2 and somehow score 7 runs in the 8th inning. What is that? How are you?
Yeah, see, that's not a blown save at that point.
No, that's a miracle that just happened that I witnessed, and I was freaking out. I standing in my seat with my hands like this. I said, "What's going on?" I wasn't too worried because it was like 7-1 going into the 8th, and I was like, whatever, game's over. I called this before it happened. Before we even walked in the gate, I was like, yeah, I called it. Got it. I'm a winner. And then they said, nope, you don't. Psych, taking that away from you. We're going to score 7 runs in the bottom of the 8th. And all of it was with 2 outs. I swear to you it was.
So the only good part about him leaving Montana early, Bob, was he got to go to the Rockies game for free.
Yeah, that's not a consolation.
Well, it was the Braves, though.
Well, I know that, but
I would have been in North Carolina, to be honest. I mean,
yeah.
I didn't say it was good. The only consolation.
It did make up for it. I got to witness something I never thought I would see. The Rockies come back by 6. 7.
Whereas I paid $70 to sit right behind the dugout in the Coliseum the week or the Monday before he witnessed that game.
You got to witness history, though.
I did. Part of history. Lost number 21 in a row for the White Sox. That's some good history to be a part.
That's cool.
To witness. Just saying.
At the greatest ballpark in the world, too.
I'm kind of sad that they're leaving Oakland.
Yeah. Well, I feel bad for the people. The fans.
Oh, absolutely.
That's a great fan base.
Yeah.
But to see what the field itself is nice, the stadium is a dump. And it really is.
It is a dump.
It is.
But it goes back to it's. I would put it on one of those classic ballparks, though, because of how old it is and how long it's been around.
Mm-hmm.
When they built it,
history.
Yeah, when they built it, man, it was state of the art.
Mm-hmm.
They built that thing back in the 50s?
I think so.
I don't remember.
I tell you though, they do have the world's loudest PA system.
Oh, mercy! Yes, they do. Yes, I will agree with that. You're not going to be even if you're deaf, you're going to hear that thing.
Right.
Also, that was the first time I've ever been to a ballpark and seen people tailgating before a baseball game.
Oh, dude, you got to come up to Milwaukee. If the Mariners come into Milwaukee, you got to come up because everybody tailgates there.
Well, if I win the lottery, Ethan and I may go to the Little League World Series game.
The MLB one?
Yeah.
See, now you got me real tempted to go back out to the Horse Palace.
No, come on, dude.
I'm kidding. It was a joke.
You didn't hear what I was going to say, though. You got to win more than what you did in order to do that.
They got big jackpots out there.
I'm sure they do.
A week ago, some lady won like $33,000.
Dude.
I saw it on Facebook.
Wow.
Well,
$33,000.
Boy.
Somebody's playing Mega Millions for tomorrow night.
No, she was playing, I think, 777s or something like that.
Did you see was it Mega Millions where the jackpot was over 700 million?
Yeah, it's 865 for tomorrow night.
That's
is it?
my MLB contract.
Okay. That I want to win that, but I guess you got to play in order to win it. Can you play that out in Wisconsin?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. If I win it, I'm buying a share of the Cubs.
Absolutely.
Not sure which share, but we can discuss that with Tom Ricketts later.
even, even that, or you could put in a bid with the Legion to have the World Series there in Wisconsin.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah,
I think
I don't
they're
think
entrenched.
World Series is ever moving.
Yeah.
They
Well,
love it way too much down there, dude.
yeah. Well, and it's close to Pencil. No, it's close to
No,
ESPN
it's
headquarters.
when you're physically there, it's like church to them almost.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
Yes.
kidding.
No, I know it is.
We live and die for the World Series there. It's awesome.
Well, dude, you talked to Dave Brown. How many World Series did he umpire, Bob?
Oh, yeah, quite a few.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's still on the list to umpire just in case something goofy happens with one of them and can't make it, that dude gets selected because he lives right there.
Right.
And you know him, Ethan. You talk to him.
Yeah, no, he's a cool guy.
Yeah, he is really cool. I'm not gonna lie. He's really cool. So I don't know. Do you guys have any other thoughts on these Cubs?
It's going to be an interesting division. Milwaukee got weaker, if you will, with Williams gone. The Pirates should be better. The Reds will be an interesting story now with Francona. Does that generate 5 to 10 more wins? Does Ellie continue to progress as a hitter, or is he going to bat 200 with steal 50 bases? Make some dazzling defensive plays. And the Brewers have a lot of young talent coming up yet. So we'll see. I think the division is toss up.
So I have a question because I trust that you're significantly smarter than I. Will Pittsburgh ever sign another free agent with the way they treated, was it Tellez, and just released him right at the end of the season so he didn't get his bonus?
Well, the rumor is they're going to sign Rizzo.
Come on.
Just for a 1-year deal. Well, I mean, you would think sooner or later the Pirates are going to get some homegrown talent here other than Skeens. I mean, I think that's a bad fit for Rizzo. I think he should just retire, and that kills me to say that because, as you know, I'm a huge Rizzo fan.
Yes.
But that when the Yankees misdiagnosed his concussion 2 years ago, I think that just signaled the beginning of the end. He never came back from that. Last year he started out okay and then really faded. Injuries caught up to him. So I don't know. You would think with all the draft picks the Pirates have racked up, somebody would come out of there. I mean, they're drafting top 3 every year.
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know.
Guy is pretty good, switch hitter.
Yeah, but they tried to trade him last year.
But they didn't.
True, they didn't. They did not. The one guy that I really wish Colorado. No, he's retired. When is he retiring?
I don't know, but I've always kind of liked the way he's played.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. The one guy that Pittsburgh does have that I wish Colorado would have kept is Connor Joe. I have liked Connor Joe since he came back from cancer. More than just the cancer diagnosis. That's a side benefit of cheering for him. But the dude just hustles. I like guys that hustle.
Well, he killed the Cubs last year.
See, you want him in Chicago, don't you?
No. I'm giving him the Bill Buckner treatment.
Okay.
I hate him.
Okay, fine.
But that's just me.
Okay, fine. So, Final thoughts as we go in. I don't know, Ethan. I know you don't listen to many podcasts, if any. Bob, I don't know how many you listen to, but today I was reminded of two different things. One,
You got a Haktua spit on that thing.
no, that wasn't it. She's disappeared apparently. Face of the
Yeah, did you see why?
uh-huh.
Yeah, she might be going away for quite some time.
I think she got some bad advice.
Very.
And the people that were doing this just wanted a fall person for them. Just me.
Sorry, I just wanted to make that joke real quick, but keep going.
Who was with the Royals, then went to the Yankees and Mets and played early 2000s. I cannot remember his name all of a sudden.
Zach Greinke.
Huh?
Zach Greinke.
No. Greinke never played for the Yankees.
No, you're right.
Oh, why?
Brian McCray?
No, outfielder. And played a year. Actually started in
Alfonso Soriano.
No, that's a good guess though. That is a good guess.
Thank you.
He played in Houston as well for a season. I'm looking. But I was listening to the podcast called American Scandal. And that this particular series of all things is about the Houston Astros. And that was a more elaborate get up than I actually ever thought I would see. Carlos Beltran. That's who I was thinking of.
I feel like my guess was right there.
Do you remember how good he was, Bob?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Hey, I've used this card in the show. I don't use it now.
Yep. He was really good. And he was laser focused. But this particular episode that I listened to discussed how he took that laser focus and in trying to extend his career, he was looking to gain the mental edge of players. And when he was with the Mets, he learned how to recognize when pitchers were tipping their pitch because he had never done that before. And he extended his hitting career because he could tell what pitchers were tipping their pitches, which I thought was interesting.
Okay. Just a thought here. Sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
What if you put Greg Maddux versus Carlos Beltran?
Maddux wins every time.
But you said he would study the pitcher and figure out the way he would tip it. The thing is, Greg Maddux didn't let the catcher call the pitches. Greg Maddux called the pitches.
Exactly.
You just had to know. So I wonder if Beltran could pick that up.
This is Greg Maddux.
No. He would like eat his nose or something.
He would hit his nose. There was one that he did the... Oh, we lost Bob. He went to go watch the hockey game. Oops. No, yeah, I don't. No, Beltran would never get a hit.
I don't know.
He might get one.
I feel like if you gave him enough time.
He might get one. Just me. Oh well. But no, it's an interesting podcast because it does talk about all the scandals of American history. But this particular series, like I said, focusing on the Houston Astros, the 2017 Astros. Carlos Beltran went there because he wanted to, I guess. He got paid, and they were looking for some veteran presence. When they started the thing, it was a pitcher from the White Sox at the end of the season that started noticing the different noises he could hear when he was throwing an off speed or with a slider. He wasn't sure what it was, but he could hear it. And I don't remember that pitcher's name at all. It was one of those, he was towards the end of his career too, and the White Sox were eliminated. It was just, mediocre time. But he noticed that Minute Maid Park was fairly empty, which he thought was really weird since Houston was in the division, but they'd already secured their playoff spot. But he noticed every time he got ready to pitch the slider, he would hear a thunk, which was garbage can. So it was an opposing pitcher that discovered the cheating, but it was actually Carlos Beltran who started kind of encouraging using the video guy in center field.
Genius.
Because, well, nobody's on base. How do they know what pitch is coming? So the pitch, I don't even remember the pitcher. I wish I knew. But he shook off his catcher, had his catcher come out, and his catcher's like, dude, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, but, cover your mouth so nobody sees. He goes, they know my pitch. And the catcher's like, that's crazy. Nobody's on second base. How do they know your pitch? He's like, I don't know, but there's always a noise every time I'm going to throw that slider. How that happens, I don't understand. So they wound up calling the next 4 pitches to see if it happened. So they called the next 4 pitches right there on the mound, got up 2 pitches later, boom, the batter was out. They threw off speed both times, not one sound. It's like, So I've got 3 more episodes to go in this series. Fascinating. I'd recommend going and listening to it, called American Scandal. Yeah. Because, think about it. How many pop culture references do we have because of the Astros cheating?
This one. The one I'm going to go listen to because I like hearing about getting popped.
Yeah. So it was deeper than just a couple guys and the manager. It was significant amount of people that were involved in it, which the GM that they hired back in, 2011, 2012, the guy from St. Louis, he was always looking for a way, as any good general manager should, to beat the current system to be the system. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. That's all. That's my final thought. Go listen to American Scandal. Bob, any other final thoughts?
Just want to remind you, in 89 short days, it's the Shohei versus Justin Steele matchup in Tokyo. Hopefully the Cubs don't screw that up and make it Shohei versus Imanaga, because that won't end well for the Dodgers. We all know who the best Japanese pitcher is. Can't wait though.
It's not your guy.
Oh, sure it is.
I can't. I can't.
Pretty good. Shada is pretty good, and he hasn't had Tommy John.
That's true.
And Shota likes his coffee.
He has a weird arm angle too. His whole action is weird.
Yep.
He throws it funky.
Funky. You know what I hear when I hear funky? Bob, you'll appreciate this reference. Funky Cold Medina.
Blast from the past.
Yeah. Yeah. Ethan, if you need to, just go look up Funky Cold Medina and listen to the song. You'll also question your father's sanity.
All of a sudden now I can see our good friend Reed Lester dancing to that.
Okay, that's fair. I can oddly see that too. No, I like watching Reed do the chicken dance though.
Well, I know, but same dance moves.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. E, you got any final thoughts?
No.
Okay. That's fair. I'll let it go. So I guess for me, it's time to say adios. Bob, are you still in the playoffs in fantasy?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I hope it's you and I next week then.
Me too. If it is, I'll play Penix.
You're the number 5 guy?
Mm-hmm.
Jackwagon.
Yeah, I got a tough matchup though.
That could be fun because I'm number 6.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I'm the 6th seed. You know why I am the 6th seed? Besides the simple fact my team can't score consistently. I had one week where I had to go with the backup quarterback in Washington in hopes that he played.
Ooh.
Why? Because the 3 guys that I drafted, 2 of them are injured and out for the year, and Bo Nix was on a bye. So I drafted Bo Nix for what, $5 or
Yeah,
less?
that was a good pickup. That was a good pickup though.
Yeah. Well, just in case he came around, and he has. Who cares if it's Denver? Well, I care if it's Denver. Unfortunately, he got stuck in Denver, which I kind of laughed at too because I don't like Denver. But I'm okay if Bo Nix leads me to the championship.
No. You'll may get to the championship game, but I don't want to see you win it. Much as I like you.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll get you.
You got me once this year. It's my turn.
Dude, I destroyed you.
Well, I wasn't going to go there, but thank you.
You're welcome. Well,
I have a counseling session after this just to get over it.
But you also had like half your team on bye too, didn't you?
Yeah.
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 I hate bye weeks. I hate them. Ethan, are you ready for Sunday?
No, very.
Where are we going to stop for food on the way down?
Fat Shack.
That means I have to go into Fort Collins?
Or Five Guys, or
not hate me, don't you? Actually, Bob, if you get out here, Ethan and I need to take you to Fat Shack.
Oh, absolutely.
That place is so good, dude.
They have the most unique combos for a burger that you will ever see.
I get it every time. Well, I didn't get it last time, but I almost get it every time. Last time I got Raising Cane's because I was dying for some chicken.
Right.
But every other time I'm down in Fort Collins hanging out, Fat Shack. That's what I get. If I'm hungry or not, it doesn't matter. Because if I'm not hungry, I'm just going to take it home, eat it whenever I am hungry because it's really good no matter what. If I am hungry, I'm only going to eat half of it because it fills me up. And then I'm saving the other half for later that night or lunch the next day because I go to work.
I mean, I never thought you could put chicken strips on a burger, but they do.
It's a sandwich.
Yeah. They do.
Hey, here, do me a favor, Bob. Go to YouTube and just look it up on YouTube. Fat Shack Shark Tank.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy thing is, they actually originated out of Fort Collins.
They don't happen to do DoorDash, do they? 5 states over.
They have DoorDash down there, so thankfully I don't live in Fort Collins.
Yeah, but would they deliver 5 states over?
I mean, DoorDash might put a squash on that, but you could try.
Well, I'd ask if Coach Lane's team was headed east anytime soon. You know, you can just bring one with them.
I don't know. I doubt it. I doubt it.
I'd have to go south, and no, he'd come.
No, he's talking about Tag because he's in Fort Collins.
Yeah, not Ty. Yeah,
Ty's not in Fort Collins. Tag is in Fort Collins.
I know. That could be possible. I don't
think so.
I don't think he would know what to do in there.
No.
Nothing on Coach Lane. I love Coach Lane.
No.
I don't think that place is for him.
No. Not at all. Look at this. We're giving shout outs for podcasts and restaurants, and we're not even getting paid for it.
We should start our own
Hashtag should sponsor us for sure, because if they do,
what was that, Bob?
That would be so happy.
We should start our own food critic podcast.
Don't tempt me, because I'm looking for other things to do.
Hey, I really like food.
Well, seriously,
my sisters like food too.
If you ever want to come out to Milwaukee when the Mariners come in, let me know. Because you'll see some of the best tailgating we've ever seen.
I could be down for that.
Mid-June, the Mariners are in Wrigley.
Mid-June is not a good time for me.
No, well, neither is April, May, July, half of August. Hopefully.
Yeah. Half of August, yeah.
If Ethan does his job right.
I don't know how to do that.
What was that?
I don't know how to do that.
Do your job right?
So, anyway, that's it. I'm done. Y'all's are done. Ethan, where can they find you?
Find me on Instagram, Facebook. Just type in my name, and it should pop up. If it doesn't, I don't know what to tell you. You're probably not spelling it right. Maybe. I don't know. But that's where you can find me.
Cool. Bob?
Facebook, X under 99 Statman, Truth Social, Cub game near you, Legion baseball game near you, and shout out to the Irish football team for tomorrow night. Go Irish.
Who are they playing tomorrow night?
Indiana.
Okay, fair enough.
Are they in?
Mm-hmm.
No. Oh, that is a playoff, isn't it?
Yeah, no,
That's
that is
a playoff game.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Well, you can find me on X, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, Threads. I think that's it. Yeah. I don't do Threads very much. I just have it to go look at some other people because they promote their Threads.
He just now got into OnlyFans.
No, I don't have any feet.
I'm just kidding. I just made Bob giggle, so that was my goal.
Yeah, but you noticed I did immediately throw the feet in there.
See, but I was just trying to make Bob laugh, and that's what I did.
Yeah, that worked.
I win.
So, and as for the podcast, y'all can find us on your favorite platform. Obviously, if you're listening to us, you found us. Or you can find First Pitch Strike on X, Instagram, and Facebook. Just search First Pitch Strike. Other than that, Ethan, go enjoy the cold. Go enjoy the football or hockey game. I don't know which one you're going to watch. I'm going to go enjoy the hockey game and football game. And
I'm probably going to go finish Christmas shopping.
There you go. But I'm going to go get dinner first. And Bob, go enjoy the snow.
Oh, I'm going to enjoy the hockey game.
You're getting snow?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's It's Wisconsin, dude.
crystallized rain.
Okay, we normally have snow too, and it's 50 degrees. It's been 50 degrees, and it will be 50 degrees for the next week. Where's our snow?
And it's
You know,
cloudy.
That's supposed to be the forecast for the Winter Classic. So I'm hoping the ice doesn't melt.
No,
was
it's fine because they put little freezers down under the ice, and yeah, you should be good.
Yeah.
But then again, they also did that at Lake Tahoe, and you saw how that went.
That was
Yeah,
fun.
that was not good.
No. So, all right, boys. Good to talk to you, Bob.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining. I'll get this edited real quick and get it put up for distribution tomorrow. And I'll shoot you a message when it is up, Bob, if you wanted to share it too.
Absolutely.
All right.
And just for you, Aaron, go Hawks.
There you go.
And not Seattle.
There you go. I knew you were going to do that too.
Well,
Ethan, you got Ethan now. You got Ethan. All righty, gentlemen. We'll talk to y'all later.
See ya.